Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my fluid art channel. I'm excited to be doing another flick and spin. I learned this technique from watching Anuka Fluid Art Design. I will link her channel in the description box below, as well as a full written tutorial. The last two that I had a negative space that was kind of like sky blue, and then I used turquoises and violets and gold. This time I'm going to go a little more monochrome. I'm going to use titanium white as a background, and I also have some Amsterdam lamp black that I'll be using as the base for my puddles. And just to add a little more interest to it, I have some chroma molten metals in silver, and I also have Artist Loft silver. They're two very different silver colors. One's a little darker than the other. I have DecoArt Extreme Sheen Pewter and Amsterdam's grayish blue. I think this is going to be a beautiful color palette, and I'll use the blue to show you the consistency of the paints. You do want these paints to be fairly thick, so it does leave a mound on a mound. I've mixed this 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint, because I wanted this to be as thick as possible, and I'm out of glue, so I don't have anything to thicken it up with. So I had to use a little more paint than I normally would. So just to go over the process here, I'm going to put down a thick layer of base coat, kind of like a pillow paint for blooms. So I want a little more paint on the surface than I normally would. And then I'm going to puddle pour into the center, starting with the black, and then do varying shades in between. Might even put some white in there also. And then I'm going to use my finger to flick the paint out and spin as I go, so that it creates kind of a pinwheel or flower motion. Lots of splatters. And then we're going to spin the holy crap out of it because these paints are thick, so I need to spin really hard in order to get that paint to move out and cover the whole surface. So that is the process. Let's go ahead and I'll get these out of the way, and I'll put down my base coat.
Down and you're 10 feet underground, when you're so deep you're about to drown, when you're in the lost and found, 'cause heartaches only last a day. Ooh, but your heart will never fade away. Go out and find your way. Don't let them take your soul away. Not a week, not a single day. Hold true to what you wanna be. Never let go, and here's the key. Be you, yeah, only you. They tend to make you lose your mind. Bright signs and sunlight can be hard to find, but we'll fight this off until it's out of sight.
So here are the wet results of my kind of monochrome flick and spin. I'm really happy with this one too. I love the splatter effect, especially when it's spun out. I'll take you into the center. You know I love my balloon smashes. It creates such beautiful lines, kind of brings a focal point in. That almost looks like an orchid in the center, the way that worked out. That's beautiful. I love all those little cells that have popped in the center. There's going to be some great sparkle to this because of the pewter and the two silvers. I really love it. Those twisty little splatters that come out are really interesting. I love the motion that they give. And look at that kind of twisty turning. That's beautiful. I love that. I love abstract. And even though this is very reminiscent of a flower in the overall composition, it's still very, very abstract. Look at that section there, super cool. Oh my God. And that, oh, that's all, what is it, pewter with the grayish blue. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty when it dries. I love it when the big air bubbles pop. When you flick, sometimes there are some big air bubbles, and when you pop them, it creates really cool cells. That black, the way it's stretched out is beautiful there. So very organic. I love it. And this little section right over here, it just did a kind of like a little end loop right here, and I didn't like it. I kept spinning trying to get it to come off, but I didn't, so I ended up using my smack stick to just kind of drag the line. I added a little bit of silver so it would kind of harmonize. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. I hope you like it too. Stay tuned for the dry results. So here is the dry result of my mostly monochrome flick and spin. I love this winter color palette. It's beautiful. I really love these colors together. The balloon smash in the center is gorgeous. I love that. And there is some good reflective qualities because of the pewter and the silver in it. And I just love this technique. It's so much fun And I think the results are just gorgeous. It dried beautifully. I even love the shadow. I love the sides also. Look at that, the way it wraps. I love that, so cool. So I definitely think this reminds me of winter somehow, so I'll have to come up with a good name. I'm not sure yet. Does it look like a snowflake a little bit? Like a deconstructed snowflake? Anyway, thanks again for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and come back and see me sometime.